Hi guys, so it's Crimson Butterfly here for TogetherweR Wednesdays. First of all, I would like to say hello to all the new team members. In this video I'm going to share my ED story, which is the topic for last week. I'll try and keep it short and concise. First of all, I would like my eating disorder that I have currently is EDONOS restrictive subtype. So really I was a normal child, healthy appetite. I was slightly overweight during my teen years. I think looking back at that point, I think I was an emotional eater. I would eat when I was bored or upset or happy. Not majorly so, but generally junk food as well, you know, typical teenager-y kind of stuff. My eating disorder really began in my first year at uni. I was during the last half of my year at uni. I was 21, or 2021. I recently split up with the person I was going out with then, and still going through a lot of stresses with uni and obviously with the breakup of a relationship. And at that point I decided to go on a diet. Just a normal, it was actually quite a healthy diet really, you know, I'm not going to say calories or numbers or anything like that. I prefer to avoid all those triggers for people. So yes, so I went on a healthy, you know, and I was eating the normal-ish amount of calories that most dieting places would recommend. And I lost a bit of weight, and then it sort of more spiraled into then eating less, getting very focused on my weight, always wanting to get to the next lower number. You know, in my head I saw it as like, well, if I lost weight on this amount of calories, and you know, I can lose more, restricting it down. At first I didn't really see it as a problem, you know. You never really, at first you never really notice something's a problem. So yeah, looking back now, like obviously with the perspective that you have now is, you know, I can see I was going through a lot of stress, you know, like my first year at uni, complete change of lifestyle that was, and then obviously like the breakup of that relationship then. I also then decided, because this was at the end of my first year of uni, decided to move out of home and live near the university with some more other university people, which I didn't really know. I'm quite an antisocial person anyway, so obviously then I moved into this house, first time on my own, controlling completely my own food, even though I was given a lot of freedom at home. But there was, you know, it's always different when you're living on your own or with other people, you know, living outside of home. So I became quite isolated there, even though actually the university isn't actually that far from where I was living from my family. It was still across the other side of the city, so I wasn't as close to my family and friends as I used to be. I still had to go back at weekends, Saturdays, because I worked, which I still work at the same place I work now, in a warehouse, so I still saw my family, just not as regularly. So I think looking back, I definitely developed more of like depression at that point, which I think fueled my eating disorder, fueled it in feeling lonely, not feeling very good about myself. So that then, you know, the way your mind connects. Well, if you lose weight, you'll feel better. So, you know, as you do, controlling the food, controlling your intake, controlling your weight. And I kind of knew my husband. It's very complicated how we met, and then met my husband, started dating him my second year of uni. But yes, trying to keep this as concise as possible. And don't really know what else. It's just kind of like it's always been there. Now, in the last year or two, it was, I suppose, going out with him or starting dating him made me feel he is really lovely and sweet, and he has been a really good support to me, and I think he's made me realise that my eating isn't normal, because for a long time you know your eating habits aren't normal, you know that you're not eating the way you should, but you still think, oh, it's alright, it's fine, there's no problems with it. So yeah, so he's been quite good in that respect. So yeah, currently now we're married. So in the last few years, obviously it's before we got married, but we decided we wanted to start a family, so that was my main priority in wanting to recover, to get healthy, because, you know, one, to prepare my body for a pregnancy, and two, I didn't want to pass on my ways of eating to a child, for them to see that as normal or the way you should eat. So currently, especially in the last year as well, I've been really focused on health and eating properly, and exercising a moderate amount to, you know, maintain a healthy body and everything. So currently now, if people aren't aware on here, I am pregnant. I am currently 24 weeks, nearly 25 weeks. So this has been a very difficult dealing with the eating disorder side of things, and obviously being pregnant. A whole host of new challenges has been faced. But yes, in a nutshell, that is my ED story. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense, and there's loads of things within that's happened, but I didn't want to bog you down with too much information. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that is brings us up to this point. And obviously during deciding to recover, sorry, I have two cats and they've decided to go on a mad half hour whilst I'm trying to record a video. I do apologise. So yes, I'm a member of a forum called Project Shapeshift, which Anna Girl Empath is also a member of an admin of. So she started doing the TogetherweR videos, and in January, well, at the end of last year, beginning of this year, they opened auditions for spaces on the TogetherweR team, and obviously I'd been watching the videos then, and talking to Anna Girl Empath about it, and decided that I wanted to share what I've gone through as well, so hopefully to help other people who are struggling with eating disorders. So that brings us all up, and hope this video is helpful or interesting or anything for you. So yes, I shall see you soon. Bye.